Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm breaking down the one and only trade that I took on Tqqq today to make $183. And I'm going to break it down for you guys, show you exactly what I was looking at, why I took the trade. And honestly, it kind of felt like an impulsive trade, but in reality, it wasn't. It was just me understanding what I needed to understand and having the confidence to be able to take the trade, if that makes any sense. It probably doesn't really make too much sense, but when I was not making money, essentially, I didn't have a full grasp on the concept of like, okay, this is actually a good setup. Like, people preach this all the time. I would watch videos all day long. Only take A+ setups. Only take A+ setups. What's an A+ setup? And how do you know, how do you train your mind to teach you this A+ setup will reward you, and I will get, I will get basically money from this, and if I don't get money, it's completely fine, right? The psychology of this is absolutely insane to think about, but I'm going to break down for you exactly what my thought process was and try to be as transparent as possible so that you guys can take this information, download it into your brains, and do the same thing I did. So as you can see on Tqqq, baseline for every single day, we set the 15-minute high, 15-minute low, and those are indicated by the orange lines here. As you can see, this range is massive. And I'll be straight up with you, I don't always take, right? If the range is massive, number one, and number two, if we have a massive trend down like this with pretty much no pullback whatsoever, I'm not just going to continue following that trend, especially if we don't have a pullback. We need to pull back. The market has to pull back and rebalance eventually. So with that information in mind, I can either follow that trend with lighter size, right, and try to take a trade that way, or I can take a normal size trade and wait for confirmation for price to begin reversing and catch a small piece of the pie. And that's exactly what I did today. So we had 15-minute high, 15-minute low. Yes, we had to close outside below it. I was thinking about taking shorts, but then I thought to myself, why would I take shorts, right? This is what I would not think to myself in the past, but why would I take shorts when the market has already pushed down so much? Why am I even wasting my time trying to catch a short here, right at the close of this candle? Why am I trying to catch a short right there? Like, the margin is absolutely retarded. There's no point to do that. There's basically no point to do that. So what I did was I didn't go off the 15-minute high, 15-minute low. I went on the hourly time frame. And the only reason I went on the hourly time frame, and you can implement this in your trading as well, we had a massive pullback. The market just pulled back, literally, like Tqqq pulled back from 576 to freaking 551, dude. Like $26, $25 overall. What am I going to be looking for? Definitely not something on a smaller time frame. So I go to the hourly time frame. On the hourly time frame, what do I see? Oh, look, a bottom wick, and then we got support all right here. What does price do? It pulls right into that support, and then what do? I zoom in on the 2-minute, and I'm waiting for a break of structure. That's it. All I did was go on the higher time frame, wait for a break of structure on the 2-minute, and I know that's probably not what you want to hear, but I've seen this happen too many times, and I literally saw it on an impulse. I was like, let me check the hourly. I checked the hourly. I'm like, all right, bet. Cool. This is totally worth my time. You know why? Because the risk is little to none compared to the upside for this thing to retrace is crazy. So I'm perfectly fine. I'm running a 1-to-1. 2-minute time frame. I go to Tqqq, my bad, Tqqq, and I wait for a break structure. I'll be honest, I didn't wait for this 2-minute candle to close, but this 2-minute candle close would have been our break of structure. Was it our break of structure? Maybe it wasn't our break of structure. Whatever. It wasn't our break. Well, it was kind of. I was waiting for basically a close above this fair value gap right here, and I took it in the middle of that candle, which is a little bit risky, but it's completely fine. So anyways, took it right in the middle of that candle. My entry price was $82.93. I was risking, as you can see, 50 cents. So literally just perfectly the bottom of this candle. And then I was aiming for 50 cents. Originally, I was aiming for $1, so a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. But I'm thinking in my mind, since this downtrend is so powerful, let me just catch 50 cents. I'll be out. I'll be happy for the day. I don't really care that much. Just let me get this trade, okay? because I know this is going to work. So we have that candle close. I take it right a little bit before that, set my risk at the bottom of this candle, and all I did was hold and literally wait for this thing to retrace back up. Now, my overall longer term goal, right, for this trade, if I would have actually ran the 2-to-1, would have been a break above this EMA, this 48 EMA, and the VWAP right here. I really wanted to touch the VWAP, and then I wanted to take full profit, but I just didn't like how we were moving right off the VWAP. We got that reject, right? Because originally, like this is exactly how I did it. I'll be straight up. I sold half at my 1-to-1 risk to reward, and I was going to hold the other half to see if it could make it to 2-to-1. But once we got this reject here, I ended up selling the other half of it, and so my average sell price was $83.45 or 46 cents. So overall, I did a great job managing it. Definitely could have held on a little bit longer, but to me, since the downtrend was so powerful overall, it was not worth the risk. So I decided to take my money and run. But that's the breakdown for today's trade. So hopefully you guys can implement that into your own trading, and just, dude, learn what you can, and then literally apply that later down the road. This isn't even part of my trading plan, right? You guys know my trading plan is literally based off of 15-minute high, 15-minute low, right? Or a 15-minute candle formation like this, right? To fully form. I didn't even see this here, but this formed. So I guess you could have taken it off of that too. But, right, this with the bottom wick being longer than the body and the top wick combined, you could have taken that trade. Whatever. I didn't even see that, like I said. But this trade was not even part of my plan, right? But I traded it because I've seen it before and I've seen how it reacts, and I was willing to put on risk, right? Just because I know pretty much how it normally plays out. So, like, I don't want to fully say trust your intuition, because sometimes that can get you screwed over. But overall, man, if you've seen something before, if you've seen price bounce off this hourly low, right, and you know there's going to be a reaction, find one other confluence to get you in there, give you the confidence, take the trade, and watch it happen. Because if you don't take the trade, you're not going to see it happen, and you're never going to have the confidence to do it. So take the trade, small size, whatever. Be really willing to risk whatever you're willing to risk, and don't be a jackass. Just take the trade and be straight up with yourself, right? Aim for a good risk to reward ratio, and don't be holding this thing forever. Just take the trade. That's all I have to say. Trust your intuition a little bit and take the trade, and I promise you will be further along than you have basically ever been. So with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Hopefully you can apply this to your own trading. And as you can see, I fumbled the freaking bag because this thing is ripping up right now. But I don't even care, because I made my money. So that's where y'all need to be as well. I don't even care. I'm going to go walk the dogs now. You know why? Because I already made my bag. And I'm going to incrementally continue making my bag as I size up. That's all you need to do. All right. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Hopefully you can implement it in your own trading, and hit the subscribe button down below and like this video for more videos like this one. I will see you guys in the next video.